Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy Incognito New Year, bro. Welcome to the African Wise Foods Podcast. It's your boy Demore, and I'm top 5. And this new year, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2024. Yo, when I was a kid, they told me that Jesus would come. They said Jesus would come in 2023. But I don't know what happened, man. We back again.
2014.
We back 2014 rather, man.
They came out and they said that they got the math wrong, so yeah.
But they got the math wrong.
They said they got the math wrong. So we should stay tuned. Because because they said that after the last Great War, which is World War II, 100 years from that point, the God will come, Jesus will come, which was 2014. Wait, no, I'm wrong. 100 years from 1914 is what? That's 2020. Is it? That's 2014, right? Unless I'm tripping.
Nah.
I mean, 1914 past 100.
Yeah, 2014, I think.
Yeah, 2014. Yeah, it came out and then they said that they got the math wrong and something be so. Yeah, I'm not gonna say which denomination of Christianity did this. But we all know who it is, and so I'll just keep it pushing. Let's get into it, man.
At this point, whenever Jesus comes, they'll be like, I told you, this is the date.
That's very true.
Oh, Jesus, hurry up and come.
So Charlie, what's today's topic, Charlie?
New year, new me. Hey, new year, new me. But listen, before we get started, I know I look the same. I just want to say that new year, new me. Same container, different contents. That's why we're here today.
I like that.
You see what I did there?
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. So, hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Kindi.
2024.
Happy New Year.
It's
Happy New Year to you, brother.
I'm also going to say, New Year, same person, more goods.
Oh, wow. So these are your New Year resolutions.
Yeah.
Did he say more goals? Like hat-trick or what?
He said more goods.
Oh, okay.
I think that's from last year. I don't
Yeah, they're gonna say they're gonna say more goals, but before we found out, they are like Man United. They don't score a lot of goals.
They concede a lot of goals. Because they have Onana.
Yo, let me stop. Like, guys, new year, new me. So, yeah, I mean, first of all, let's. I just want to say thank you to our viewers, our listeners, our fans, people out there, everybody who's been joining us in this journey throughout the year 2023. It was an interesting year. It was an exciting year. It was a lot of things happening in that year. So yeah, just quickly, how was your year? How did you find 2023? I mean, is it 2020 or 2013? I don't know why all of a sudden in your head.
This guy,
bro, I don't. You see, one thing about me, I let go of the past. So I forgot. Yeah, I canceled it.
It sounds like living in the past. You are saying like,
yeah, you let go of a lot of things in there. He went on. He deleted 10 years from his life, man.
Bro, I use incognito in the past. I don't know what that means, man. Those of you who don't understand, it's because these guys were making a fuss about incognito.
Nah, we are not. He knows exactly what that means, and he keeps on bringing it up because he knows exactly what that means.
He said he's looking about incognito. What did you find out about incognito?
I don't think I can share what I found out. That's all I'm gonna say. How was 20 Kindi? How was it last year?
Last year, my resolution was mind of a stoic, body of an athlete, and mind of a warrior. No, spirit of a warrior. And this year I'm improving upon that resolution. It's last year. It's a good thing I started, and in these kinds of life changing, self improvement journeys, it doesn't take 1 year for you to fulfill it.
Fact.
Unfortunately, which we wish we know it would take 1 year, but unfortunately, it takes a lot of trials and errors till you finally get it right. So it was good. It was a trying time. I
Yeah.
think I started. I would say I started it. Yeah. How was it for you?
Yeah.
For me, 2023 was actually a good year. There was a lot
Oh,
of
facts.
things that wasn't planned that happened, or a lot of things that I didn't expect to happen at the beginning of the year that happened, and it was just, but everything went well, and there were nothing. It wasn't like nothing crazy or nothing bad or nothing negative. They were all mainly good things or maybe neutral things. It was. I think 2023 was a great year. It was a great year for me personally. There was a
Yeah.
lot of personal growth. There was a lot of learning experiences.
Yep.
Um, so it was a good year. It was a good year.
Um,
We got to
um,
celebrate. We got to celebrate some friends doing some big things. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
si-
So
since you started that, I'm gonna say one thing that I think I I found a highlight of the year, man.
was
It was the fact that somebody's car ended up on the brakes. that car, that car ended up on the brakes because
I
I
actually
remember.
I even forgot that even happened last year.
Man, I thought that was 2 years ago.
no highlights of the year, bro. That was last year,
happened.
man.
Damn, a lot of things happened last year.
I'm telling you, a lot
Yeah.
happened.
People got robbed and people, found their partners, had a big celebration.
That's what I'm saying, man.
People afraid they're gonna have to stop by the roadside to take a dump. A lot of things happened
yeah, yeah,
This
2023.
year was a good year. It was a
yeah.
good
Yeah,
year.
it was a very
Yeah,
exciting year.
and those of you who don't know what I'm talking about is that somebody's car ended up on brakes. Yeah, so it wasn't drivable anymore.
It
It was
still is,
like
ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, basically the owner of the tires came back for their tires.
That's a nice way of putting it.
It's
And
drivable now, right? It's been
yeah,
taking me places.
and the funny part is that it's not even that honestly, that's not the funny part for me. It's the fact that the area that it happened, man. I can never imagine any
Bro,
story about it happening in that
it's
area,
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's the people from Maryland, man. I'm telling you.
It's the people of Maryland. Yeah, Baltimore people gonna get you, bro.
Baltimore people, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Herb, how was your year? Last year, 2023.
Um, so for 2023, it was the first time, or was the first year after my father passed away. So I didn't know how life was gonna be. I thought life was gonna be tough, but
tough.
I guess depended on God that at least every month we'll get something to pay our bills. So for that part, things went good, but not that good because I had to cancel my lease, so I didn't live on campus this semester. But
Oh,
I lived on campus that spring semester.
yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
I was on break from UMD, but my leasing, I still had to complete the leasing because I signed it for 1 year in 2022.
Yep.
So that was like a crazy money that I was paying that I didn't want to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
and
you,
then-
but
Needed to save that money, man.
how have you been coping since that 1 year?
I just understood that these things are part of life. You cannot control it.
Yeah.
And
Fact.
so far as that, you have life. You just have to do the things that he could not do, and that's the only way to be better. And then you can never go bring somebody back. It's God who decides. Yeah. But what thing that 2023 taught me really well, an eye opener, is that you got to be vigilant in how you deal with people.
Vigilance. You
I
said
don't know why I knew you were gonna say that. Did you go to the therapy 2023? Because we don't need to that.
No, I'm
Wait,
really
what are
find
we
out.
being vigilant about?
Well,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
should
speak facts, bro.
you should not pour your heart out to people just like that. You should make people win your trust instead of you giving your trust right away from day one.
man.
Yeah, bro. You did not learn this in therapy. This is just from you.
This is from
You learn,
experience.
and you're
This is
gonna
from experience.
you learn. You're gonna grow. You're gonna become better.
Yeah, because it's not even no relationship, but just friends in general.
Just
That-
in friends in general. Yeah.
yeah. Facts.
Yeah, when I lost my dad, some people that I was friends with, I thought they were there for me. I was part of an e-board where they actually asked me to pay money. because I was the fundraising chair, and
And they didn't show up.
I wasn't doing like no, I wasn't doing the. So when my father passed, I took a break from all the
Yeah.
activities, but they still asked me to pay money just because I was on the board. So
Mm.
they didn't even show that sympathy of me losing a parent. So
Empathy, yeah.
it made me feel like no, these people are not good people to be around because they don't even care about what you feel.
Damn.
So
That's
Yeah.
bad.
I
Well.
mean, yeah. I mean, hey, good or bad, we still here, and that's what matters, man. We still going, and that's what matters. And
but I have
You
some
was struggling with that
positive,
transition.
parts too, because I started my businesses. I started 2 businesses last year, so I got into content and MC.
yeah, yeah. There we go, man.
There you go. Ended
There
a
we go.
positive
And
note.
I benefited from the content too. So yeah,
Thank you.
that's all I'm saying, man. Like yeah, but I mean, I feel like collectively we all had interesting year, and I think from what everybody has said, it just shows us how it's all like ebbs and flow, ups and
Mhm.
downs like that. And it's funny because they say that if you roll a ball straight down the line versus a ball going in this curvy one, the curvy
Yes.
one will actually reach the destination faster than the straight line.
True.
Yeah, and so like this ebbs and flows kind of adds up to how it pushes us faster and quicker to our destination.
Destination.
And I think that's what each year, each season is about. So just like that. And yeah, new year, I mean,
You know,
2024.
on the topic of New Year, new me, I would say that I'll not really get me out now before people. I don't really believe in
Yeah,
that.
your boy is about to say something, man. Go ahead.
Get me
He
out.
said, "Hear me out now."
Yeah, and then he does the hand. Is that hear me out? Like yeah.
No one even said anything.
No one challenged, but hear me out.
Hear me out. Let me say, I've been seeing that the New Year, new me post no, and I don't know if you've seen that.
But I think this year it hasn't been like that like previous years. I feel
Oh,
like
you've not seen
people.
some of these posts, Charlie. Let me talk. So there's this art that there's this lady who's stepping into the new year, and I don't know if you have seen it, where you can see that she's leaving behind the things she believes she can't carry with her onto the next year, and every year, people post it and post what they're leaving behind and all of that, and I noticed something about that art, and that the lady never changes her clothes and it's always the same clothes that she uses each and every single year. Right? Now, hear me out. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
perfect I feel like it's
Yeah.
a perfect analogy of what we do. Like when we say new year, new me, we new year, new ambitions. But we keep the same characters that hold us from reaching such ambitions.
100%.
It's very fair analogy, like the lady who doesn't change her clothes each and every single year. She plans on leaving behind negative things. Yet the same character she holds, which is the clothes, is exactly what we keep on doing. So there's this saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But
Yeah.
you say you wanna be productive, but you procrastinate. You say you want to lose weight, but you don't change your diet. So at this point we have to declare that at some point, if you say new year, new me, yeah, you're still doing the same. You have the same character. I think you have to have a conversation with yourself to ask if you're insane or not, because you keep on doing the very exact same thing, and you keep on ending up in the
Yeah.
same
I
space.
always say that a fool be a fool. It doesn't matter the year. Wage me or wage me. Because
Yeah, that's not
yeah,
right.
because some people, right? Kindi has said they don't,
Okay.
Like that.
they don't take accountability. One
Uh-huh.
thing is when people go to church on the first night, they only pray about God. This year make me get money, make me do this, make me do this. But they don't pray that, oh God, help me like overcome the things that I wasn't able to overcome during the last year. Right?
Yeah.
And people don't pray on the first night about the bad stuff that are about to happen. You can pray
Yeah.
to God that God, whatever bad stuff that might happen to me in 2024, just protect me from it. Because whatever you do, there are gonna be downs. But just pray that when the downs happen, it doesn't drag you down and just break you down in the year.
I think
yeah.
like Kinde, with what you said, if I am understanding what you said very well, it's not about what people say, it's how they implement it. So from what you said, you're talking about how if you say the same thing and then which I agree with that saying, but I always say that the person who breaks rock would say no, that doesn't work. What you're saying doesn't apply to them, which
The
means
person who
that
breaks rock.
yeah, which is that if they keep hitting the rock, hoping that it will break. I mean, we all know rock breaking, you have to keep hitting for
That's
it to
true.
break. Yeah,
Right.
That's
so
true.
I think the reason I'm saying that is that there are some people who are doing the right things, they just haven't hit their jackpot yet,
That's
and
true.
so it's not really necessarily about I think I want to put this that I think New Year, New Me shouldn't be chasing results, but chasing a process.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, chasing a process. Like what you're saying, like you want to hit the weight, weight loss goal, but the process is that you have to eat healthy. You have to do this. You have to, work out. You have to like put in some sort of exercise and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you chase those process alone without even a weight goal in mind,
Mm-hmm.
that will literally give you the results that you need. Like you don't have to set that goal. You just gonna end up with the result.
Mhm.
So yeah, it may take you a year, it may take you half more than less than a year or so, but your results is bound to happen. And I
I
think for me,
agree.
that's what
I
New Year,
agree with
New Me is about. I think
And,
that's what it's about. Yeah.
just to add to that, right? I also feel like what Kindi was also saying is like these people are saying New Year, New Me, but then they are not. They're like their new me is about their goals, like you said, right? But they're not making any changes about their lives, right? They are saying
Mm,
I'm trying to make money. They're just saying I'm trying to make money, but they're not trying to say, okay, I'm trying to work to make money. Like I'm going to put in the work that is going to
yep.
put make
Yep.
me make money, right? And I feel like that also comes down to like people not understanding that you have to make certain types of goals to reach certain type of adjustments to reach certain type of goals in life. Like
Fact.
if you're trying to make money, then okay, what type of job are you trying to do? Like what are you trying to get into? If you're trying to lose weight, like what type of diet are you going to eat? What type of exercises? So those are the type of goals that we need to be setting or for ourselves instead of just saying that okay, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this. But like look look into your life where you're trying to go to and make those adjustments based on those. Like for me personally, this year I said I'm not going to be late for every single lecture that I go to. Like I'm going to try to be 5 minutes early so that I can sit down, be prepared, make sure I know what's happening. I know this is
Fact.
an adjustment that I need to make sure like when class is going on, I'm able to pay attention. I don't miss out on anything. So I feel like we need to make goals like that to help us based on where we are in life towards the
Okay.
goal that we want to achieve.
So
And with
so let
that,
me
yes.
ask.
Um.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I like what DK said. One thing is, if you I've noticed one thing. If you wanna really be successful in life, discipline is the first thing that you need to have. Because if you wanna make more money, you need to be disciplined enough to get out from your bed when you are supposed to go to work at 8 a.m. and get there by 7:30 or 7:40. Not like get there at 9 a.m. You know, that means you've lost 1 hour and it becomes like a consistency. So I feel like most people lack discipline. That's why they are not able to achieve their goals within the year. Because
And with in the matter of the goals, no.
mm,
And what I said, like I agree with you, Demo, on the fact that it's about the process for sure. But
Yeah.
to be able to know that this is going somewhere, no, it's important that you have realistic timelines where you can get to you can see that what I'm doing is working. Because you can also work hard to fail. That's something that people don't understand is that
mm,
I know some people I know some people who like this brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I know this brother. I've been not to not throw shade, but 3 years or 4 years, I've been seeing him in the gym. Like I see him randomly, and the way he looks
Yeah.
is the same way he looks 4 years from now. Like from years from now.
So
And
years
I'm not
ago,
like that's to get no shade, but like maybe technically he might be feeling good, but like what he looks on the
Breast
outside,
working in the negative X direction.
trust is the same thing. And so it's like there's people
wait,
who
what if that's what he wants and he just wants to
hear
maintain
me out,
it?
hear me out too. I'm saying that that's probably inside he probably feels good. So I'm trying to use this that there are some
Mm-hmm.
people who go to gym, but they don't eat right. They show up, do
Mm,
the workouts, but they don't when they go home, they don't eat right. And it's something that if like I said, no, it's good. I was commenting on what Demo said about it's the process, and I agree with it. But it's important that the process, is leading you towards the goal that you're trying to achieve. Like I said, you can work hard to fail, which is something that we don't really pay attention to much. So it's important that when you're setting these kinds of goals, that you setting measurements to making sure that they are going to be producing the results that you want later down the line.
I think with what you said, right? I mean, and I'm gonna say this, and we go to the next
Yeah,
like what we think agenda we're talking about. So I'm gonna give you an example of what you said. The president of Nokia. This was a
yeah,
while back when Nokia got I guess handed over to get they were bought by another company.
yeah,
And then in his speech, he was crying, and then he's like, we did everything right. We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost, and stuff. And I think that he earned some empathy, or let me say sympathy, or whichever one. I don't know the difference.
yeah,
Yeah, people were just like, "Oh, that's so sad." Like he's crying. He feels like he did everything right. And then, like a year later, somebody just sat down, and then I think they pulled out like their record and stuff, and then they realized that it was evident, like it was clear that the generation of this world is going towards some form of Android, like, yeah,
yeah,
phone setup
yeah,
versus iPhone setup type of thing. They were like, you didn't negotiate any deal to kind of just stay in the competitive game or
yeah,
competition. And so
yeah.
you got outdueled by your competition doing the same thing,
But
right?
they were also working hard in their own way too.
Yeah, they were working hard. I mean, they don't care about you. They're trying to hit their goals, which is
Hit their
like,
goal. Yeah,
hey, you want to sell, they want to sell. Yeah,
exactly.
well, let's sell. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think that kind of goes with what you're saying, that you can work hard and
and
will
fail.
be in there, yeah, and fail, because if you're not staying on top of your game
Hmm.
throughout the whole period. And I think I'm gonna be vulnerable with myself, right?
Hmm.
Because I looked at my goals, and I used to write goals like for a very long time. So I
Yeah.
write, and then I checked, I met all of them. 2022 and 2023 I didn't. and
Mm,
and I saw, especially with my health goals,
mm.
like everybody that knows me sees me now, and they can tell the visible difference, right? And like I remember the beginning of last year. I mean, like we're up at what, 4 a.m. I
Yeah,
think at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. or something. Like we're
yeah,
up 4 a.m. like
yeah.
in a gym, bro. I'm like working out,
Didn't hear
bro.
from him anymore.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Don't. That's not true. Don't put it. Don't put it out. Don't twist it. Don't twist the story.
All
Don't
right.
twist the story, because it was
Oh,
you and me both. It
straighten
was
that.
you. It
Straighten
was
that.
you and me both that we switched gyms. It was. Come on, bro. Don't
Yeah,
even
that's
play
true.
me.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Don't even play me. We switched gyms. Yeah. And then I started traveling for work, and I think
Yeah.
that's where I lost my discipline. If I'm being honest, like, yeah. So I mean, it kind of goes on to the. Do you guys set goals? Like, I mean, is it? And I want to add this before you even answer. I want to put this out there, that in planting or in farming, there is like a beginning of a season and the end of a season.
Yes.
I think a new year is symbolizes a beginning of the season, and it's it's
Yeah.
it's not wrong for everybody to say, oh, there is a new season, like a new new season for me to plant, and
To
that,
reset.
yeah, to reset. I think it's mentally, or let me say, in the world,
Yeah.
this is like what has been given us the
Yeah.
regular resets for the whole world. And so it's
Yeah.
like a new year, new. That's why a lot of people are going new year, new this, because like people are resetting.
Hmm.
Do you guys set goals? If you do, what has worked for you in like goals? Some things that has worked for you in your goal setting outside of the discipline that we just talked about.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I'll go. For me personally, like I wasn't a big. I'm not a big planner. Like I'm not a big type of person to write that. Like, okay, by this month I'm gonna do this. By this time I'm gonna do this. But
Hmm.
then I feel like the more I'm growing, like I'm becoming more of a planner. Like, and it's just like I just realized that when you set goals, like it kind of just keeps you like in a direction, and
Focus.
exactly, and especially when you have other people that are holding you accountable. I feel like that's very important as well.
Mm.
So like I just feel like it's important for you to set goals that, okay, like for me, for instance, when I started school, right, I was like, okay, my goal is that every exam I'm gonna try to get a certain score, right, and that's
Hmm.
my goal. And I feel like this because I had that mindset that this is the score I wanted to get on every exam. My work ethic towards like studying for the exams was like
Hmm.
was at that level, right? So it's like what I feel like when you set those goals, you kind of tend to work towards those goals. But then if you don't have any goals, you just kind of do anything anyhow, then you get any results. But I feel like once you have a goal, your results are always going to fall in that ballpark. Like it is going to be a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but it's still going to be around that goal that you set for yourself. So I feel like this year personally, that's one thing that I'm planning to do, to actually have goals for myself like throughout the year, where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
by the third month of the year, I want to achieve ABCD. By eighth month, I want to achieve this and that. I feel like that's something I'm planning to do, and even with my relationship with my friends and everyone around me, like, I have to set goals and how I want a relationship, where I want a relationship to be at, how I want a relationship to be going, and that's something that I'm actually trying to implement this year. So
True.
how that
Good luck
goes.
with that one, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah. Don't say good luck. Say you got this, bro.
You got this, brother. You got this.
Got this.
Thanks.
When it comes to goal setting, I definitely I got into the habits of goal setting, after graduation, like because normally in school you always have a schedule, you go to class, you go, but then after graduation I had no focus, I had no schedules, and I realized that then it was up to me to sort of just tell myself when I have to do something, because I didn't like wasting my time. And so I set a goal for myself, and how I normally set my goals, I try to make it, realistic, and within my capabilities, and I try to push myself towards reaching it. I know this one example that I normally like to think of, especially for individuals who are having difficulty in setting goals, is that some of the goals are quite unrealistic, but they are not necessarily not achievable. Like, let me explain. So, for example, let's say I wanted to be on the same playing level as Lionel Messi, right? Like, I want to play as good as Lionel Messi. Let's just before you stop laughing, relax.
Nobody said anything, man. Just keep cutting.
Let me give that example. That Kindi
But
here.
just say Asamoah Gyan. At least just say Asamoah Gyan.
Screw you, man. Let's say Kindi here wanted to
I
play
forgive you.
level of. So that is an unrealistic goal, but it's not necessarily not achievable. And here's why I say that: when you keep,
it's not achievable.
Hear me out. It's not necessarily not. That's why I said it's not necessarily, meaning that it's possibly not achievable, but it's not necessarily unachievable.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that sometimes, these kinds of goals, when we set it now, it's important that you register that you are supposed to not be competing directly with the person who you're trying to reach, especially that goal, but instead you're supposed to compete with the current you. Basically, you're supposed to say, let's say you're using goals to measure your progress. Today you scored 1 goal, tomorrow you make sure you score at least 2. So each and every single day you're comparing the tomorrow's goal to today's you. And then, you keep on doing that. And as you keep on doing it, you're realizing that you're getting better and better every day, because the person that you're competing with, is actually much more realistic measurement. And as you keep on doing that, by the time you lift up your head, you're playing alongside the very goal you're trying to reach. Listen, do not let them discourage you. Some of these goals, it's indeed unrealistic when you say it out loud. That's really true. But it takes little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. I'm a big believer of that. But it's important that you are comparing it to something that's realistic and not unrealistic. Don't compare it to the ultimate goal.
Yeah, Messi's unrealistic.
Set small
That's why I said Asamoah Gyan. But I mean,
listen. Set small goals towards that ultimate goal is what I'm saying. Compare yourself to yesterday, right? I got better than the player yesterday. Keep on doing that. Keep on that little, and then all of a sudden you're on the level of, like I said, you're playing on the level of Lionel Messi. I'm not saying Asamoah Gyan. Asamoah Gyan is one of the small goals you have to surpass, in my opinion.
Why you disrespect?
That's my man's, man. You can't disrespect Asamoah Gyan like that, bro.
That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I'm saying as compared to
No, bro,
Lionel
I'm
Messi,
coming.
who's
I'm
the
coming
GOAT?
for you, man. Nobody broke my heart like
Lionel
Asamoah
Messi
Gyan.
or
I'm
Samuel
coming
Eto'o?
for you.
How is this even a debate?
Come on, man.
How is
Nah,
this even a
nah.
debate?
That's
Yeah,
disrespectful.
Are
yeah,
you
nah.
serious? Are you
Okay,
serious?
okay.
I kind of
Hero, how
disagree.
about you?
I kind of
How about you?
disagree a bit.
Also, you
Um,
disagree with me? What's up, man?
Doesn't
yeah,
you
because
disagree on Messi?
okay, Pele came
No.
to make Pele Pele came to make history. Maradona came to make history. Ronaldo came to make history. Messi has also done his history right now. They are still playing, but they've done what they've done, right? You are trying to tell me that I should not set my target to reach Messi, right?
Yeah,
But maybe I can set my targets that he's my expo. And I can become better than Messi. Somebody can come. You
that's
don't know the
true.
next generation of player to come
That's
and beat
true.
Messi. You should not say that's too much, you said.
No, but that
Because
was the. I'm
there was
giving an
somebody who was
example.
there was someone who was a billionaire before Bill Gates, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
and, and,
what I
and
was saying
Max.
was that what I was saying was basically like an example to and as an like I said, an unrealistic goal, not necessarily unachievable, but it's very because the goals that we normally set for ourselves, sometimes some of them are very unrealistic. Like for example, like the example I just gave, a footballer, you want to play on the same level as Lionel Messi. You have to make sure that you set small goals towards the larger goal. No, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for today, no, you did better than the you yesterday, right? So that's who you compare it to. So, like you said, and I agree with you. There are definitely people way better than Lionel Messi for sure, but that's the
You know
ultimate
Ronaldo's
goal. You're trying
mentality, right? Have you
to
watched
say.
Ronaldo before? Have you ever listened to Cristiano Ronaldo before?
We're not talking. We're talking about
Yo,
football.
No,
yo,
no,
I
no,
don't
no. I'm
know.
just talking about.
He's
I'm
taking it
talking
down
about
a
Uh-huh.
how like he
footballer.
thinks.
All right,
I
go
feel
Yeah.
ahead.
every year his mentality is really like up there. It doesn't
True.
Uh-huh.
matter his age. He feels
It
like he
sounds
can
like
do
you're a
better.
Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, I got a
No, no, no.
Ronaldo fan.
No, I'm not doing like funny. I'm just saying that there are some people whose mentality is really high there, and no
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
matter the goals they set for themselves, they know that with their mentality
Yeah.
they can go
But
up there and
let me
achieve.
ask you, what? How do you
Yeah,
set your? Do you set? How do you set your goals,
Do you
man? Like,
set goals? Do you set
yeah.
goals?
I
How
have
do you
it in
set
my
your
I have
goals?
it in my notes. Every year I write down my notes that, and sometimes too, whenever I have too much on my mind, I do to-do list where I put that, or I have to
Yeah.
complete this within the day. Then I just take
oh,
it right. So even when I
Yeah.
was doing the MC and content, whenever somebody books me, I put it in my notes, and so I know this date I have this to do. Right.
Okay,
So,
okay. So I think
interesting.
we're
yeah.
getting away from this a little bit. Unless so do you set goals like he's saying, like do you have an ultimate goals that you want to get to? Or how do you go about
Yeah.
your goal?
Because
New
this
Year
so
is coming. What do you do? Like how do you
so
say
this
you write
semester,
it? What do
right?
you write? Uh-huh.
I have 26 credits left for university,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and I can't take all of them in one semester.
Yeah.
So I set a goal
Fact.
that in my school, if you do like 18 or 21 credits, and it's left with 6 or 5, they will make you work on the stage,
Mm.
and then you'll be done. Then
So
you
that's
just
your
take it
goal.
off in the summer. So like they will still make you do the ceremony, but you're not done with your classes. So I
Okay.
said that I'll do that one, but that's gonna be the best decision. I don't want to wait for a whole 1 year,
Nah.
then come back and work in the next
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
Once I
yeah.
can just so that one I put it on my goals, and also I have to get my own car within after school. But I'm just
That's
praying that
right.
I need to get my degree first and get a job. I can't depend on this store jobs as
Yeah.
a way of paying for my bills, because even my rent is too much than to go and get a car and all the expenses that comes with it.
Fact.
Looks
Fact.
like you have your
So,
priorities straight.
yeah.
I like
So
that,
I
brother.
want to make sure that the things that I have going on that's gonna fetch me the money to get the other stuff
Mm-hmm.
is growing up. But some people, because they want to buy pressure for themselves, like the car, you don't have a car, but because you have a girlfriend, now she's putting pressure on you for you to go and get a car, and now your bill increases.
Bro,
You
your
know.
your examples are always killing me. Is that what the girl did to you?
Oh, no, no, no. I'm just
Oh,
saying that
okay. Yeah, they didn't buy you pressure, right?
no, no.
Okay, okay,
No,
okay. Just making sure, man. I was gonna
I
fight for
feel like
you.
all the girls I've been with have all supported my
All
growth.
the girls. I like that. Oh, okay. I like
I,
that.
yeah. So I feel like, as you said, the people around you that's gonna keep you accountable for the year is very important. Because some
Yeah,
people actually put pressure on you to make some moves that you don't wanna do.
You don't want to
that's
make.
true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, personally. So
This
Mhm.
personally, wait. Go ahead.
I wanted to just qualify what Kindi was saying. Kindi, let me know if what I'm saying is on the right part.
Yeah, man.
So like what I was thinking about what you were saying is that So you need to have a standard. Like, let's say we all know if there's a soccer, Messi is the best soccer player, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Based on
Quote
your opinion,
unquote.
right?
Arguably.
Don't trigger head.
Based on your opinion, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So if you're a soccer player, you believe Messi is the best, right? So
Hmm.
maybe Messi is the standard that you have for yourself, right?
Yeah.
But then you compare yourself to what you were the previous day or what you were before and or who you are now.
Yeah.
That's how you get better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that can get tricky sometimes, because if you're like an up and coming soccer player or at anything, right, and you're comparing yourself to these people that have already achieved certain things, it can
Yeah.
make you feel a certain type of way because you're not achieving or you're not hitting those numbers that
Demoralized.
right? So I feel like it's important to be able to understand that even though that's where you're trying to get to, you're not there yet, and then you're focusing more on
Process.
like your improvement and being better at what you weren't good at the previous year or the previous day. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's important.
So basically having a larger goal and then having small goals,
Smaller
building
goals.
to that
See,
larger goal. That's
You
basically
you guys took my formula out of my mouth, because that's how I set my goals. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So like throughout the year, I noticed certain things. I'm like, oh, this is good. I want that. I want to get here. I
Yeah.
put all of them down. And then I usually do this, which is like something I read about and I thought it was pretty cool. This is like nothing. I usually start my year in November, like actually in December. So the ending of November is like my December, so I'm like, okay, this one I'm putting all my stuff together, like starting to write things down, and then things that I want to do. So after I write the goals down, what I actually now focus more on is how I can do it. So I have like a spreadsheet. I have the goals, and I'm like actionable plans. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if I say I want to be a CEO, how do you that somebody become a CEO? I Google it. I'm like looking up, using all the resources around.
Yeah. That's
So
smart.
I come up with like things that makes you up to be a CEO. And then
CEO.
and I think like that's one of the things I read about was like, oh, you have to go get a master's in blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's why I enrolled back in school. So like so I'm like I'm doing all these stuff, and I think
Building up
that's
to it. Nice.
yeah. I think that's what the solution to what you're talking about is that
Yeah.
sometimes when you write the goals, and even some goals may seem so big that when you
It's
start
very
walking the
unrealistic.
journey,
Yeah.
it will look like, oh my gosh, it's so far, it's not
Yeah.
achievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why now I'm starting to realize that my energy should go on building a habit or building a process. And so when I write like this plan of action or actionable plans, this is like a process. So now I
Yeah.
know that a process for a person who is like better is reading. So that now, okay, well, how do I become a better reader? I
Yeah.
read maybe 12 every day, 5 minutes every day.
Yeah.
So I'm focusing on adding reading into making a reading a habit. Because I know if I make a reading a habit, it's not a problem for me to read like 10 pages of
Yeah.
my work paper, or like you get what I mean.
I get you.
Yeah, it's something that I read from a book actually. Yeah, I think I recommended that Atomic Habits, and I think I have it here.
That's such a good book, man. That book,
Bro, I still have it. Atomic Habits.
Changes, remarkable results. I like it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you want to change your life, bro, read that book.
And,
yeah, facts.
And on the topic of even wanting to change and improve make yourself better. I know at this one post I saw someone said that one day we'll all go to heaven, and all this work and all this building your body and all these things will all be for naught. And I'm reminded about the parable Jesus talked about the 3 servants and their master, where the master gave each servant a gift, and 2 out of the 3 servants did something with it, and the last one didn't, and he returned the gifts back to the master. And I can imagine how God will be, speaking from the religious side, how God will be where the gifts that He's giving you, the talents, the ability to draw, and all of that thing, and then you chose not to do anything with it. Resources gave you, because what I have to also remind myself is that not even to make myself feel better about it. I know a good enough of brothers and sisters who do not even have the ability to even walk or talk. And that's even something that I take for granted. So that's a gift I've been given. So to some people who will say, what's the point of having to put myself through these situations or reach for a goal or a higher purpose? So you have to remind yourself you have been given a gift,
Yeah.
and this gift is supposed to be used, to show an improvement and appreciation for your creator. Whichever
Yeah.
religion you
Yeah.
may be, this is the ultimate way of saying thank you. So let us remind ourselves as we keep on moving on this journey.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add one to all of this that we have said, and it's like, so another thing that I want us to talk about, and I'm gonna start with myself, and is that, so what are some things that hinders us from having like actually being the quote unquote new year, new me that we say, So I think of it as a farmer. I grew up in a farm as well too, so I've been, yeah. So if you're a farmer and you decide you plant something and you decide to water it one day, 2 3 day 4 5, and you stop in between, you're not gonna
Yeah.
get the products that
No, you will
wish
not.
you can. The point is to keep going, like regardless
Consistency.
of, yeah, consistency, regardless of what is happening, regardless of who is. And I think that one thing that kills a lot of dreams is that we look, writing a goal down, and a dream down, and all your action plans, and forgetting or not going back to review and all those stuff. It's like looking at yourself in the mirror and then forgetting how you
Forgetting your
look.
face.
And then you go around and everybody tells you like, you're this, and like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, but there is no mirror for you to look again.
Yeah.
So you always have to come back home, and that's
Yeah.
always having to take steps back.
Yeah.
Always, you never make a progress to get to the destination you want to get. So I think a habit of, I do this, and I don't know if I added this, but I do this too every month, or actually it got to a point it was becoming a lot, but every 2 or 3 months I actually go back and sit down and look at the goals again. Oh, okay, this is working, this is working, this is not working.
Mm.
Just kind of constant reviewing of these plans that I have. and
Yeah.
and and I'm being honest, like, I hear a lot of people talk, oh my gosh, you've been doing so good, but I mean, we're not nowhere near where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I look back and I'm like, wow, if I had not started these things, I probably would have been like,
Yeah.
I probably would have been where, yeah, would have been so comfortable
Yeah.
doing the bare minimum and thinking I'm working so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was always frustrated because I'm thinking I'm working so hard, but like results is not coming. The truth was that when I went back to sit down and started reviewing things, I realized, no, this doesn't work. It's not because it's not working, it's just it doesn't work. But you just never went back to look at it to
Yeah.
realize that it doesn't work. Yeah, so it's like making a habit of just reviewing throughout the year, like set times, set a long time. Go sit. I used to. I mean, I still do. I'll go sit in the middle of nowhere, just sit down and just have clear mind off my phone with
That's
my
good.
my paper. Like, okay, let me review again. Okay, this is working. This is not working. And then who can I contact to be of help? I call it relationship plan. Just utilize the people around you.
That's
It's
smart.
just a text. A text to somebody that, hey, I'm trying to reach this goal. Do you know anybody that I can get an advice to, or that has done it, or like is doing it or something? And I said, bro, I've met a lot of great people who have whose insights has contributed to who I am and where I'm going right now. And I think that's a process that we all can employ and deploy. Boss. No. I play too much. Yeah, employ and deploy so that we can
No,
so that
but
we can we can be
that's a
better
very
people.
nice system.
Yeah.
I like that. The heavy.
Thanks, bro.
Employ to
Like that.
deploy to explore.
Facts, boy. Boss, my boy. Boss, my boy.
Back, my nigga.
Boss. That was a weak bar,
That
man.
is- that is- that is-
Go ahead.
The most thing is very, very. It's something that I definitely hope a lot of people definitely add onto is where it's always good to review to see. Like I said, you can work hard to fail. So when you are reviewing the plan, you're like, okay, this is actually going well. Anyway, and then so that way, you making sure that you're keeping track of your goal. Instead of where you say you're gonna do it and then you work towards that whatever you said you're gonna do, and then you don't even go back to check to make sure everything is okay. At that point, at the end of the day, when the timeline is time for you to reap your harvest, now it's like yo, you didn't check back on that goal, man. It's you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like that. I think I'll incorporate that into my setup. How
That's
about you,
facts.
Henry?
I think people need to add breaks to their resolutions.
Add what?
Some people breaks
Breaks.
like breaks. People
I thought
think
he
too
said had
much.
to breaks.
No, people think too much. People think too much about life a lot, where they don't
Mm-hmm.
take time to celebrate themselves, and I feel like it's a
Mm.
cause to people's getting depressed and stuff. They feel like
That's true.
they want to make money throughout the whole year and not care about their mental health and how they feel. And like at least go on a vacation 1 week. You don't need to travel to a different country. As Caleb said, go to a beach somewhere like by
Yeah.
yourself. Go
Go to
sit
the
there,
bush.
chill. Go to an the MGM, the National Harbor. You know, the
The
casino.
casino.
Yeah, like that area.
Go betting.
No, don't go and bet.
Get broke.
Oh, okay, okay,
Don't get
okay.
broke and
Just
come
go
Just
back.
and
go
chill.
Think about why you
window
came
shopping.
Yeah. You can go to Top Golf, Dave and Buster's. Like take somebody, your friends, hang
Basically,
out.
enjoy life
Hey,
as you
boy,
try
boy,
to
boy,
grow.
my boy is busy. That's what he's saying. He's like, I chill. I enjoy life. Yeah, bro, go
Like
ahead.
but and also try and I feel like one thing is people should try and make sure they figure out the things that make them happy when they are stressed out. You know, like something I like about Caleb is whenever he's doing MC, he's working but he's still having fun.
Oh
So
yeah.
even though he's in the stress, like actually on the mic, but his energy because this is something that he loves to do. So
Yeah,
people should
facts.
think about doing things that they love to do more, and that will also bring them money than trying to do things that they don't want to do, but they just want to get the money for it. You get me right?
Yep, yep.
You know, don't pursue goals where you're not gonna be happy at the end of the year, and then you'll be sitting there like worried about your life. People, yeah, so that's why they
True.
say we have rich men in this world who are not happy, and we have poor people in this world or like low income people who are always happy, and life their mind is okay. It's not. I'm not
That
saying
should
that
tell you something,
it's
right?
yeah. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's good to be like on low income, but do things that makes you happy that can earn you more money than doing things that doesn't make you happy and you are earning and you are also stressed. Like you're worried about life. You don't even know when.
So are we saying money over bread? I mean, money over happiness.
Nah, I choose money. I'd rather be sad rich. I'd rather be sad rich, bro. I want to
But you know
cry in
you
my
can.
Lamborghini.
But you can be happy rich too.
I want to cry in my Lambo. No, I agree with you what you said, Hebi.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I agree with what you said. It's definitely important to make sure you're doing things that make you happy. But how about you, DK?
For me, I think that yeah, I agree with what all of you guys said. Like having the time to like sit down and look at the goals and seeing that, hey, did I get this done or did I not get this done?
Fact.
Trying to go back to figure out what went wrong and what went right. It's important because you cannot just set a goal just to set it and like if you didn't achieve it, just move on and be like, oh, I didn't achieve it. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board and see what you could have done better or what you could have improved on, and let's work on it.
Yeah.
And for me, I think one thing that really works for me is also having accountability. Like sometimes talking to some certain people. You cannot just be talking to everyone about your goals. Or it
Nah.
also depends on the goals, right? So if you have trusted people in your life that you can talk to about these goals, like for me, it helps me because I like when people call me out on stuff. It wakes me up, right? Like it tells me that hey, I can't continue slacking. So one thing I like to do is like I like to share my goals with people that I can trust.
Yep.
So when they see that I'm slacking, they can tell me that yo, like
Tell you.
you
Yep.
need to get up and you need to do what you need to do. And like I'll get up because I don't want someone else to be like watch me fail at what I was gonna do. Like, I don't know what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. No, 100%. Yeah.
I give the person my word that this is what I'm trying to do, right? And the person is calling me out on it. Like that motivates me to
Do more.
what I
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So for me, having that accountability works for me. So that's one thing I had.
You were asking the more earlier that what hinders people's growth. I think that one thing that we can definitely explore is the instant gratification.
Yeah.
Instant
Instant. Yep.
gratification.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like how no, actually, I won't say I like her, but it's very messed up how gyms take a hold of these kinds of energy. I've been to Planet Fitness for about 50 weeks now, and I've never seen advertisements off them until 2 weeks prior to the new year. And that's when I knew these people are very evil people, bro. Because they know that
They
people
just get it making bread, bro.
know, and they know that you're gonna sign up for it, and you are not gonna put your best into it. And also, how sneaky is that the price is so low
They'll
that
give you
it
the
doesn't
good
really
deals.
register in your head when they're taking money from you. So
By
this,
the time you realize you paid for 5 months, you've only been there.
yo, Charlie,
Bro, these gyms are crafty. Like when you want to cancel, they will tell you that you have to come in person to cancel. Now, or some have even gotten to the point where you have to send a letter to their headquarters.
I'll bow down.
Yeah, and you most likely will feel like, oh my gosh, this is too much. So you gotta keep that. Yeah, you keeping the bill going.
At that point, you just tell your bank to close that account, man. You just keep it pushing. But
Bank, I lost that credit card.
that credit card. But yeah, so the instant gratification, you have to understand that everything takes a journey. It takes some time, and most importantly, you have to put in the work. And I know this may sound quite controversial, but low key blame the way religion has made people believe that. No, I'll say religious leaders have partly to be blamed for this kind of character in people, in that when you say that I want to change and then you don't put in the work, then all of a sudden, no, you can, they have not told the full story that when you say you want to change, you have to keep on and constantly keep on working on that change that you said you're going to do. It's not about you just proclaiming and declaring in front of the entire church that you've changed and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone like a miracle. I do believe in miracles and so, but I believe that the God we serve is not a genie. It's important that you put in the work so he meets you where you at. So it's important that we get rid of this instant
Preach it.
gratification things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let us
Hey,
explain that.
it's your new year goal to be a pastor because you working so hard in it.
You might see it.
Okay.
There's a saying
But
that
yeah, it's
also,
important that go ahead, Heavy.
there's an African proverb that says, also brother one, or it's not in the Bible, but people said, God helps those who help themselves. And I
Exactly.
feel like it's true, because whenever God sees you doing something, that's when he actually bring people your way that can push you to the top.
I agree with you on that. I
The
agree.
kid said something that
Percentage.
I was gonna say something that sometimes too the people that we think they can keep us accountable during the year that you trust them, some of them can also lose track of themselves during the year due to certain circumstances that happens to them. So we shouldn't really fully depend on people like that, because they can also disappoint you. You don't know who is going to disappoint you within a particular year.
Can I
When
say
it's-
something?
Yeah.
I learned from somebody who keeps me accountable is that the fact that you should always set it in your mind that they are not perfect, and the fact that if they're not able to do theirs doesn't mean that they can't keep you accountable. Like I learned that yeah, it was a tough thing for me because I learned that, and then from then I was like, okay, now that's my mindset. Like if I tell you, because again, I'm not thinking about what you're doing, I'm thinking about where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you are keeping me accountable. But if you're not able to meet that standard for your own self and stuff, yeah, like I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to keep you accountable too, but I'm not responsible for that. That's you.
That's
But that doesn't mean that you can also tell me not to. Because when you say I'm listening, because again, I want to be better. And I think that's the mindset that everybody should have. It's not the I think sometimes we put the pressure of if somebody says that they are keeping you accountable, we think that they have to be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not what it means.
Yeah. Human
I
beings
think
too.
facts, and so we should have that understanding with one another that
Yeah.
these are some things that we would like to see. So I mean, with that being said, 2024, man, what are you looking forward to? Just to wrap up.
Can I
Wrap it up.
ask this question? Though?
Yeah, go ahead,
how
brother.
how does one determine what goals they want to have? Like, how do you decide that this is a goal that I want to have for myself, or like this is what I want to achieve this year? Like,
Hey, that's called self-reflection, man. You definitely have to switch off every sort of device that takes your mind away from you, and just ask yourself, say, like me, like human being me, what do I want to do? Because every human being has a drive, regardless of whatever you want to say, but you know there's something you want to
They
reach out.
say even the thief wants to steal more.
I'm stealing that one. Unintended.
Yeah.
But
Nah, yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
yeah, everyone has a drive. Every human
Facts.
being, every living being has a drive. So you ask yourself, what makes me get out of bed? And I know, especially when life gets too rough, and it's important that you know something that can get you out of bed, especially when life gets so rough. It gets a little hard for you to get. It's where you have some idealistic goal that will make you go, I can actually see this happening. Let's go get it. And you have to do a lot of self reflection with that one. You can't really sit down and expect that answer to come in too. You gotta make sure that you
Nah,
really
it's not
ask
gonna come.
yeah, you gotta do the work, ask yourself the
Yeah.
tough questions. What do I like? What do I don't I what don't I like? And the truth is that the answer won't come to you within a month, within a year, or within it varies depending on who you are. It takes some time. You have to keep on working on some process. Mind you, you might be doing some healthcare job and you realize that, oh snap, I actually like IT much better. Quit that joint, move to IT. Or
Yeah.
you might set a goal that you no longer want to be gymming anymore. You actually want to do a marathon instead. All of
Yeah.
these
I
things
think
vary. Yeah.
I mean with what you have said to 2018, I
Give
came
me comment
across I
tips.
came up wait, is it 2018 or 2019? One of them, sorry. I came across a podcast, Changeability Podcast, and quite frankly, that's what sets me on all of this journey that I've been on, and I think, yeah. So I learned a word from that podcast. It's called self-efficacy. Because I used to be the one thinking like I used to think like I have to be taught this. It's like, let's say if I'm not able to meet certain standards or goals or things, not that I set them. I was always going with the flow, but I realized that you can't always hold or wait for somebody to change you or to help you be better and stuff, right? And that actually they did studies on that and they realized it doesn't work. Like, so the only thing that actually works is self-efficacy, which is the belief that you have the ability to complete a task, you have the ability to change your life, you have the ability to reach a goal. And I think from there the next step was that, what do I desire? Like, what do I desire? One of my biggest thing was that I want to be able to have a free time for my family one day. Like, I want to be in a position where I can get off from work and then not have to worry about hours that I put in to get
Yeah.
paid, and then
Yeah.
my kids, and I'm not that and I also want to have much time with my family, like,
Yeah.
but I also want to have money. Like, I want to
Yeah.
I want to have money, and not just, I also want to make impact. So like, it's just different, a lot of things. And I realized, okay, so how do I get there? What can I use my own, like, what do I have now? I think sometimes we like to look forward to what we're going to get. It's like, I don't have a car, so that means I can't really work out. Like, that was my thing. And then I found that when I started asking myself, well, what do I have? I have legs. Okay, I can go running. And then I
Mhm.
started running.
Yeah.
I had a tennis racket. I called Kindi here. Yo, bro, you want to play tennis?
Yeah.
We started playing tennis. That's workout. Like, what do you have? You don't
Yeah.
have to. You don't have to go big. If
Yeah.
if it's books that you want and you want to read and you don't have money and stuff, guess what? Every area you live has a library. Most of them. So go to your library, go sit down. Okay, what can I learn? Go on the internet, Google something. Just, I think self-efficacy is essentially saying that you are responsible for making you better, and you are responsible for getting you to the where you want to be. And
Very
it's not going to
true.
be me, it's not going to be you, it's not going to be. So
It's you.
if you have self-efficacy mindset, yeah, now you and then you have the desires and things that you want to achieve. You see somebody in a car, you ask yourself, oh wow, this is a nice car, I want to be able to buy that. Okay, how can I buy it? You need to increase your income. If you want to buy a car that's expensive, okay, well then how can I increase my income? Because I can,
Yeah.
no shade, I can be getting like $15 an hour every day, thinking that it will get me to buy a ar that
Nah.
costs 100K. That means I
Nah.
have to quit. I have to get from that position
Take
to
some
either being the
crazy
one,
amounts to
yeah,
bank.
to be able to do it. And sadly enough, that's how life works. Whether you like it or not, you have to go somewhere to get something, to come back to know that, to show that you know what you want to, or you are worth what you want to be worth. and that's when life is gonna pay you. And
That's
if you add the discipline and consistency to it, trust me, give yourself 5 years. That's it. You'll be on top of the game, and
that's
you'll be
true.
surprised by everybody.
That's facts.
Yeah,
And
that's what works for me, man.
it's important that we recognize this and face the reality of it. Then, well, most of the times, you of us, we do not know the truth about goals. We believe that within 1 year this will be done, but sometimes it takes a little while than that. As well as being patient with the process that you're doing, checking in on your goals to see that you're actually working towards it. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Consistency
Yep.
and discipline, child. Big believers
Facts.
of these things.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
And so New Year. So what is something that you all are looking forward to? One thing you have. It doesn't have to be very super personal. Like anything you want to share with us that you're looking forward to do, or you're looking forward to, Kindi, I see you got a ring on. Are we expecting a wedding or something? Like,
We shall see.
nah, just playing.
Shall see.
Nah, you don't know, man. I'm looking forward
You're
to
gonna
it,
make him
bro.
start sweating. No?
We shall
I see
see.
some.
brother.
I see Kindi has roses in the background. Is that the roses you using to propose? Are you cultivating it right now?
You gotta
You know-
manifest certain things, yeah. You gotta
know,
manifest
he gets
certain
nervous
things.
when he can't stop smiling.
Yeah. My boy is blushing hard.
Yes, sir. No, my say my dear, no, mommy. Of course so. Because you know I'll cut this part out, so I'm not even bothered. Cut this part out. So what are you looking forward to? Heavy?
No, Kindi, what are you looking for? I asked you.
I am looking, like I said, I'm improving upon last year's. Yo, stop, man. I'm improving upon last year's resolution. Mind of a stoic, body of an athlete, and spirit of a warrior, man. And that is what I'm improving upon for this
Okay.
year.
So say New Year, same goals.
New Year, same goals. And like I said, like these kinds of, I'm glad you actually brought that up. These kinds of things. When that goal didn't go that well, you find that people change that goal to something.
I'm just gonna laugh.
You know,
Refrain from
they-
laughing from
you
the
know,
game.
it very, so yeah, they change the goal once again. It's, like I said, sometimes it takes 2 years, 3 years. Just be on it, and then yeah. But that's me. How about you, Demo DK? What are you looking forward to? Heavy.
Yeah, the kid.
For me, I just wanted to add something else to the achieving the goals. It's important to have priorities in your goals. Sometimes setting goals may interfere with setting goals, and you may have to cut down on setting
Yes, yeah.
one goal in order for another goal to work out. Like me personally, like when I went to school, like I had a goal of I'm always working out. Like I was doing that, doing work and everything. Every time there's working out way somehow. So when I got to school, it's like I started working out. I was going on runs. I was going to the gym. After the second week, I couldn't keep up. Like I couldn't keep up. So at that point, like I'll try to go to the gym and do all those things, but I'll be getting really tired. So then I had to cut down on the working. Or like I'll try to go to the gym when I know like I don't have an exam coming up, I don't have something else coming. So it's important to have like your priorities straight to be able to determine that okay, I want to put more into this goal. This goal is more important. So I want to put more into this goal for now, and then later on I can come back to this other goals. So I think that's important because sometimes we spread ourselves too thin.
Spirit self to tell, yeah.
We're not able to achieve anything.
Hit it.
This is,
What's wrong with you, bro?
What's wrong with you, bro?
What's wrong with
Wait, who?
you,
But my goal,
bro? What?
we are getting married.
Wait, what happened?
DK is getting married.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah,
can't get
it
it
happened in
married,
2024, bro.
Bro, who is getting married?
The kid's getting married,
You
man.
mean Kindi?
Look at the kid. I said the kid. I worried about with it, How about you,
Yes.
Happy? What are you looking forward to
But
this year?
I didn't even say my goal.
He didn't finish. Yeah, say what are you looking forward to
I'm
this year?
saying, for me, my goal is that I'm praying that I can like pass all my classes with an 85%.
And
or
find
above.
out
That's
one.
Well, this-
Sexy
Yeah,
baby.
there you go, man. You gotta get there, bro. You gotta get there. We are your biggest fans, bro. You got this skinny
It's
dog.
already done.
Ah.
It is.
Where's that name from?
I try to sneak it in, man.
Did you hear what he just said?
Nah, don't worry. Why you saying?
I said I will reverse this thing and listen to it once again. What he said?
You didn't
Don't
hear
worry,
it.
don't worry, man. Don't worry. You
I'm a
you
reverse
find out.
and-
Yeah, yeah. Herb, how about you? What are you looking forward to this year?
So
I think you mentioned a car and then
Yeah,
some stuff.
but
Yeah. What
this-
else?
I thank God during the last few months of the year, I started posting content regularly. So my followers built up to 11,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh, did?
Yeah,
Oh, so that's good for you, brother.
Awesome.
yeah.
So what's the goal this year?
So I decided that, well, people will like the content I do. So I'm going to go into full-time influencing. And yesterday I had an email. I applied to Shane to be their brand ambassador in December.
Wait,
and
is it the same shit that's facing some lawsuits or something? Is that the one?
Bro, don't come and discourage us. Don't come and discourage us.
Like the
No,
Shane,
no,
the
no.
clothing
I'm not
brand.
trying to see. Okay,
Yeah, the clothing brand. Yeah, the clothing brand. Yeah.
So they are facing
yeah.
a lawsuit, bro.
It
Don't,
doesn't
don't
matter,
listen to
man.
him. Don't listen to him. Go
They're
ahead.
just
Go
a
ahead.
stepping
It's
stone.
just a stepping stool. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Yeah, so they approved me to be their brand ambassador.
Wow.
There you go.
man.
There you go, boy. There you go.
Okay.
The big moves.
Ignore
There
what
you
I
go.
said about them facing a lawsuit. I think you're gonna be okay.
And Shein.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Shein. Nah,
So I've been
bro.
applying for other companies, like other products. People are giving me their products to advertise for them because they see that I like to share other people's stuff. So that's one thing. But my main goal is to finish my degree.
That's
and
what should.
Yes.
Big
Get a
bread.
job. So I want to work for maybe Fox, CNN, or NBC
There you go.
doing my commentary and broadcasting thing. So
There you go.
yeah, I want to really like take it serious.
Hey man, on that
Hey,
day,
you already know. You get in there, brother.
they were gonna play
You
this
get in there,
recording.
man.
Yeah, he said he was gonna do
I
it,
know, right? That
and
was
he
good.
did it.
I'm gonna be there. Be like, yeah. Hey, we was with you from the bottom, and now we here, boy.
Now we here,
Don't
baby.
worry.
Now we here.
If one day God helps me to get to that,
If bro, say when. Just say
Oh.
when.
Hey, can't keep on saying it.
Okay. Yeah, boy.
when God reaches there, we're gonna take the podcast to the TV station.
That's our shit.
You already know, boy. You already know, boy. We going on stage. We going on stage, boy. And that's what all of this is about. And I think yeah, for me, I think I'm going back to my basis. This year my goal is to hitch my wagon to a star. You know, like I have a wagon that I'm trying to get to the destination, and I want to hitch it to a star. Just like basically, I want to learn from successful people as much as possible. Like people, just serve them, learn, and just suck in all the knowledge that I can. And then don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You are such a you knew exactly what you did,
I
bro.
promise. It was after I said it. I meant
do that.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to vacuum in all the knowledge. I'm going to vacuum in all the knowledge that
you could have said to soak up, like learn or something, you know, like that.
Absorb.
He takes you emphasize on the sucking, and you're gonna be like, oh, you guys, man, Jawasi, you know what you did, bro.
only God knows my heart. Only
Man,
God knows my heart.
It's like that prophet.
Nah, like I said.
It's like that pastor who was saying that send to your neighbor and tell him he's a meat stretcher. Like, why?
like I said, whether I meant it or I didn't mean it, only God knows my heart. Yeah, and my OG knows my heart that I did it. But anyway, so
Man,
good. But
I wonder what that context of that preaching was about. Though. Have you seen that meme? Have you?
bro,
You not
bro, I'm not gonna let you do. I'm not gonna let you
you don't see yo,
I have it. I'm not gonna let you take us there.
Be more faithfulness about your goal, man.
Yeah, yeah. So my it's just networking. I want to network, and I just desire to just get to learn as much as possible from people who have done it and people who are still doing it.
That's right.
So that we can also get there, because that's the goal. We want to get
That
to
is
that
the goal.
destination. Yeah. And with that being said, how about the podcast? What goals do we have for the podcast?
Yeah, to be better,
I
to
have
to
something.
reach certain heights
I
that
think
we know we
And
can.
this is our record. Everybody says this. We are taking we are holding you by your
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I
Let's
think
let's put it
AFCON
out
is
there.
about AFCON is just around the corner, and since we
Mm-hmm.
are an African Wise People podcast, we should
Mm-hmm.
try and broadcast some of the games where we talk about the games. It can be like a panel where we do a watch along, and I don't mind actually. Like,
You
I know
hosting it.
people during when I was doing the World Cup, people
Yeah, a
were
lot of people are
actually
watching.
watching me, and that's where grew my
Yeah.
followers to that number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Facts.
Hey, then I
Down
guess
for it.
we get our host
So
for it, man.
African Wise Foods Podcast Sports Session
Watch
AFCON
along.
by Herb. We are
Right.
watching along. Yeah,
We
Herbies.
watch along. Yeah.
Herbies, watch along. So yeah, Herbert, we're gonna
I like
hold you to that. We're gonna put up. But I know our top G Babs does great with this her hands with the little things that she does on
Design.
camera and stuff. Yeah, bro. She's gonna put all of that together for us. And we coming up with our own African Wise Foods podcast. Yeah.
In summary,
Yeah.
it's important that you set unrealistic goals that you may think is unrealistic, but set small goals towards that unrealistic goal of
Yeah.
yours. Little drops of
Yeah.
water makes a mighty ocean. It
And
won't
little drops of water causes flood. Yeah, continue.
My goal for the podcast is that we're gonna be consistent.
gonna be consistent. Yeah,
We don't go
Facts.
like a month or so without releasing anything unless we have already set aside that, okay, this month we are taking a break. But
Yep,
if not,
yep.
we're going to try to be consistent with releasing episodes here and there. But yeah, that's my goal for
yeah, we're definitely gonna be better with it. And so I hope you all have learned a lot, and I enjoyed this episode. I hope you all did. I learned a lot as
Yep.
well from my
I
brothers.
did.
And I gotta make always remember that Planet Fitness is definitely always gunning for you. So
Go redeem your money, bro. Now you're making me feel guilty because I've fallen for that before. Yeah, I've fallen for that before, and I'm not ashamed to
it's
say
not
it,
just
bro.
you, brother. It's not. It was
Yeah.
so weird, man. 2 weeks into it, I saw them. For New Year, New York, they have Planet Fitness caps all around the people who go to New York.
Really?
Where the ball drops, yeah, all the people are wearing Planet
Wow.
Fitness caps, and they're intentionally doing that because they know.
Yeah,
They
come
know.
sign up, bro.
They're
Yo, you can't even blame them, man. Their goal is to get more. Their goal is to get more people signing up. So hey,
That's
one
all.
way or the other, they're meeting their goals.
I can't even
Yeah.
remember, but it's,
Sign up,
it's
their job is done.
their job
Yep.
is done.
Yep.
The money's just
Wow.
trickling in. Every
They work very hard for December so that they can relax. They can relax the whole year.
They did, bro.
Nah,
Oh,
man.
And
Thank you guys too. Thank you guys for just this amazing podcast. I'm looking forward to all that you all would achieve this year. We're looking forward to all the celebrations, all the good times, we in this together, bro. And then my prayer is that next year, same time next year, we're gonna come back, and then this time we're gonna say New Year, old testimonies, because we've done it. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
We've done it. Yeah.
I like that. This has been the
Yeah.
African Wise Fools. Be out.